This lipstick in my hand is a revelation. I never wear lipstick, but watching a film like Lipstick Under My Burkha, boy, I do want to wear this today. You should too. Let's go and review.
Lipstick Under My Burkha is a much awaited film. It's a controversial film, it's a heavyweight film. Backed by Prakash Jha, made by Alankrita Srivastav, produced by Shobha and Ekta Kapoor. It's a film that you need to take notice of.
Lipstick Under My Burkha is a very strong film. Was made initially as a festival film and has done its round and has won its awards. But kudos to Ekta Kapoor and Alt for garrowing their feet firmly into the ground and saying we're going to release this film. Superb. The basic premise is that women are not actually allowed to have any desires. Sexual desires, to oh my god, nahi. Because if you have a desire, which means that you have a mind, if you have a mind, that means you can do something. But in a male-centric, male-dominated scenario, does a woman really have a voice?
This is a story about 4 women in different age groups, each one with a different repression or a fantasy in their life, trying to come out of it.
Ratna Pathak's character, who personifies herself as Rosie, actually is reading a novel. That becomes the storyline thread that connects all these women in their own different spaces in the most interesting manner. Ratna Pathak, who is a 60-year-old plus woman who reads sleazy books and has this desire to, explore her own self sexually, and has a phone sex sort of environment that she gets into. Very interesting.
Konkona Sen Sharma playing a woman, an enterprising saleswoman in an unhappy marriage.
You have Ahana story, who is a parlor girl, really progressive, uses her body as a weaponized sexual tool because she doesn't want to become like her mother, who is actually the 5th woman. Not a very big role, but a very poignant role because it actually defines who Ahana is. Ahana is actually involved with Vikrant Messi, which is actually the only love story in this entire film. A very interesting love story because when Vikrant's character turns, it's a very poignant point for Ahana's love story.
The young lady with the lipstick and the jeans under her burqa, played with a pout, and an interesting pout, by Plobita Borthakur.
Her father, who is a darzi, puts her into a college which is very progressive, but he doesn't want her to be progressive because he wants her to come back to the house and stitch the burqas. So then why put her into a college like that? All these stories seamlessly edited with visual delights and beautiful dialogues and a very sleazy porn book. Awesome.
Here are 4 people who have protagonists, who do not have the kind of depth and the kind of characterization that these 4 ladies have, which are the men in their lives. They are either unfaithful, or they are determinately misogynist or sexist.
One of the most interesting points of this film is actually the way 2 people will see this. How a man will see this and how a woman will see this. I'd be very interested to know what my father has to say because, that's the male skew.
So it's a bold premise for the film, and one which is not unexpected but bold. But to my mind, it doesn't work for me because it seems staged. And the characters, apart from the girls, the women in the film, the men seem to be stereotyped, one-sided coat hangers for the director and scriptwriter, Alankrita Srivastav, to hang her script on.
I found the film technically brilliant. What makes this film so simple and interesting and seamless is the fact that the editing on this film is superb. Lighting, art direction, even the jewelry that Shireen, which is Konkona Sen, is wearing, has those elements in them. She has chip nail polish. That is the kind of detailing that has been used in this film.
The film, in a sense, eddies round and round and comes back to settle in the same place almost from where it started. This is a little unsatisfying if you feel like, but at the same time, maybe this is how it is, and maybe this is what the filmmaker wants you to believe, that in the end, it's hopeless.
A lot of people may see this film and say कि क्या hope है इस film में? आपकी film culminate ही नहीं करती. The women don't break out, they don't do anything. I don't think that's true. The very fact that when a Ratna Pathak sits right at the end and says, वो किताब के last 3 पन्ने पढ़ो, and one of the characters turns around and says, यार, the problem is about these books only. सब झूठ बोलती हैं. And a Ratna Pathak brings it all together and she says, झूठ तो बोलती हैं, मगर ड्रीम करने की हिम्मत तो देती हैं.
For me, the actors were excellent. I felt that the music score was quite outstanding. The photography was brilliant. And the whole film worked in one way technically, but it didn't work for me emotionally. I loved the idea. I felt it was a very powerful statement to make. I just felt it remained the idea. It didn't translate deeply into the film.
Lipstick Under My Burkha is a film that needs to be watched because it tells you reality, blank, straight, put in your face.
So I give this film 2.5 out of 5 for a bold statement that isn't fully realized and for Ratna Pathak Shah's virtuoso performance.
I will rate this film at 5+. Watch it, make more like it, come back again, hear us, and buy 2 tickets please.